Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20 plus years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you, and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the rear power window regulator in this Cadillac CTS. This is an 06. This procedure is the same for any 03 to 07. And we do the driver's side in this video, but the passenger side is the same procedure. Tools you'll need are putty knife or similar flat blade tool, a Phillips screwdriver, 10mm socket with a ratchet extension, a T30 Torx bit with driver to change the motor onto the new regulator, and a pair of pliers. I use a kind of a household putty knife. Just pull up on this lock, little keyway there. Okay, lock button comes out. Go in underneath, and you kind of pry up, and you get it started coming out. I'm just using a paper towel to protect my interior. Same thing over here. I kind of pry up, pull the door handle out a little bit, and pull kind of down and out at the same time. Okay, and pull the bezel off. Okay, right in behind your door pull, there's just a little oval shaped kind of plug. Use your putty knife or a screwdriver. Pull that out. In behind there you see two Phillips screws. And we'll do a little fast forward as we take those two screws out. Try not to drop them down in. I actually do. I drop one of them down in, but it's not a big deal since we're taking off the door panel anyways. Easy to get back. Screws out. You just kind of work your hands in behind. Okay. Give the door panel a tug. Okay. And kind of work it up. And it comes right out. And my screw just fell down into the insulation here. Okay, remove your door handle, 10mm socket and ratchet or wrench. Remove this bolt. Handle slides forward, and then comes off, and then you basically tilt your handle down and unhook it from the rod. Okay, and then your 10mm wrench again. You're going to want to remove this whole plate here. Next we pry off the clip that holds the wire onto the stud. Pry that off. Then you use your 10mm wrench again. Remove the 4 nuts that hold that panel in place, and then just kind of pull it down and hang it out of the way. Okay, now you want to carefully pull your water shield off. Try to take as much of this goop with you as you can. Okay, and we'll speed up here, and I do stress do this carefully so you don't rip that water shield. Okay, there's 2 nuts you need to loosen, one there and one inside there, and those release the window from the window regulator. And then there's 4 bolts. You want to remove them all. If your window is stuck in the up position, you want to remove them all. A lot of times what happens on these windows is this cable snaps, and then you could just kind of reach in and move the window up and down just with your hand. Okay, 10mm socket with an extension and a ratchet. Okay, I'm just going to fast forward here as I remove, you loosen the two nuts that hold the regulator to the window, and then remove 4 of the bolts that hold the regulator rail in. And then there is one more bolt hiding behind that control box there. And you also need to use a pair of needle nose pliers. Pinch these pins. Pull this back a little further, and there's one more bolt here. Now your regulator comes out. Okay. The lead for your power window motor is right here. You're going to push on a little tab. And disconnect it. Just use my Phillips screwdriver. Push that tab down and out. Okay, there's my regulator out. Okay, so here's my old regulator with the motor on it. New regulator from 1A Auto. Okay, you can see what all you would have to do. This is absolutely fine, so I'm not going to take it apart, and I'm not going to replace a regulator that doesn't need to be replaced. But just show you, you would want to take a T30 Torx bit that goes on a ratchet handle and remove the screws here, obviously, which I'm not going to do this part because it's not really necessary with a good regulator. But you would transfer your motor onto the good regulator, okay, and then reinstall it. And for reinstallation, it's kind of better. You'll see that the new regulator is down a little bit. That allows you to put the regulator in and then slide the window down into it. So put your regulator in, okay, and now we just have to make sure that it goes. Okay, I'm going to speed it up here. You do want to have your regulator, you want to have it down about 1 inch before you install it, and if your regulator is all the way up like mine was when I started, what you want to do is just hook your door panel back up to that control panel and turn your key on, and you can move the regulator down a little bit. Also, during this, I do I plug the lead back into the window motor, and then get all 5 bolts started first, and then tighten up each one. And when you tighten them, you want to make them nice and firm, but you don't need to over tighten them. Okay, now you can slide your window down. Okay, make sure it's down and in your clamps really well. Okay, and tighten these up. And kind of speed through here. Again, make sure that you connect the lead to your window motor, and then put your water shield in place. Make sure that you put the door latch rod through the water shield, put the control box back in place, and then bolt on or reattach that plate with the connector in it. Make sure you tighten those 10mm nuts up good and firm, and then you're all set to put your door panel back on. Got a couple of longer locating tabs. Okay, one goes into this oblong hole down here. One goes into the hole up here. So just kind of look them in. You have to lift it up a little bit onto the top there. All the pins in. Two Phillips screws. And again, we'll fast forward as I just put those Phillips screws in and tighten them up nice and firm. Put this trim back on. Put your lock button down on. Lock that back on. And this piece goes on here. Put it back into place. And it goes back on like that.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.